So you're trying to learn Katarina and you don't know what to focus on. Well, I've been playing Katarina for years and I'm here to give you a simple place to start. I've coached many people, so I have a good idea of what new players are lacking. If you want to speed up the process, consider getting my coaching. Check the description for more details. Alright, so disclaimer, I'm not going to go over the very basics, like for example, what her skills do. I'd say with a couple games and some time in practice tool, you can figure out baseline how Katarina works. This is going to be for people who have some experience with her, but don't know how to push the champion further. Climbing in League can be difficult. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing wrong. Luckily, we have Frag Sheets. Frag Sheets is a revolutionary tool that analyzes you and all the games you've played. It will then use that data to show you exactly what you need to improve and climb. You can see stats, helpful tips, and also recommended roles and champions that best suit your playstyle. Frag Sheets can also analyze each of your games as you grind, showing you what you did well and where you need to improve. Try Frag Sheets for yourself. It might just be what you need. The link will be in the description below. Katarina is a snowbally assassin with high mobility and burst damage. Her kit is purely damage and heavily revolves around resets. Her burst is insanely high, and her damage multiplies with more kills. She's very good at assassinating isolated targets and can bring lots of damage to skirmishes and teamfights. Now the pure amounts of damage sounds great, but her entire kit being centered around dealing damage has major downsides. She lacks effective laning tools, which makes her a terrible laner. Her damage is subpar until she starts picking up items, and she's really bad when she's behind. For a champion that's supposed to deal damage to be effective, if you're not dealing damage, then your champion is generally pretty useless. I'd say if you're starting off, go Electrocute with the AP build. Here's the Electrocute page, very standard page, simple and easy to use. And then go the AP build, which is pure burst. For starting items, I would go Doran Shield into harder lanes, and Dark Seal for any other lane. Nashor's Proto Belt is your core, and then you can start building accordingly. Zhonya's if you want survivability, Shadow Flame if you want more damage, Void Staff if they build MR, Deathcap last item, or if you can afford it earlier. I know Katarina can go a bunch of different builds, but you should know how to play this version of Katarina before you start experimenting with other builds. This build will teach you core fundamentals that'll help you understand Katarina's kit better. So using your abilities can get pretty confusing, but I'm going to try to simplify this for you. Passive is your daggers and your reset. Emphasize both to really maximize your damage. Q is your only ranged ability, use it to poke, farm, and set up safely from a distance. W is an extra dagger that gives you movement speed, use it to kite, run away, and reset your Shunpo, and set up on opponents that are chasing you. E is your dash, jump into engage, jump out to disengage. Remember you can jump to any applicable target like minions and plants. R is your AoE ulti burst, use this to burst down multiple enemies, and high priority targets. Now there's 3 basic combos that you need to know. QE, EW, and WE. And you can throw R anywhere in there. Now remember the separate functions of these abilities and put the ideas together. For example, use Q to set up safely from a distance and engage with E. Use W to set up on opponents that are chasing you and engage with E. Engage with E, use W to reset your Shunpo, R to burst down multiple enemies and high priority targets. Notice with these combos, you set up a dagger and pick it up. Get used to that. You always want to be resetting your Shunpo to allow you more options. You can also put these combos together to make full combos. There's plenty, but I want to go over just one. EWQE. This combo hits all of your damage. EW, pick up dagger, set up Q, then E, and reset your Shunpo. A very general burst combo would be EWQRE. This combo is very versatile, so I want you to start here. Generally, if you learn the functions of each ability and apply them while putting your abilities together, you can create a bunch of useful combos for appropriate situations. This is going to be a very simplified game plan of how you should approach a game, tailored to her strengths and weaknesses. Whether you want to do more or less is up to how you want to play. Do what feels right according to your playstyle and your situation in the game. Early game, farm and lay low. Your general goal is to scale and get your first item, but still look to apply pressure whenever you can. Side note, pressure doesn't necessarily mean getting kills. Examples of pressure could be going for good trades, pushing enemies out of lane, giving yourself room to move around the map, etc. If you can find early kills on your laner or by roaming, even better. But baseline, make sure you consistently scale safely to your first item. Once you get your Nashers, you've officially spiked. Look to play more aggressive on your laner. Use the AP from Nashers to shove waves instantly and give yourself lots of room to roam. Gank other lanes, look to join as many skirmishes as possible. This is the point of the game where you really want to start pressuring and start snowballing. Once you start getting fed, your goal is to lock your opponents into submission, making them feel as though if they overextend, they will die. And if there's a team fight, you're just going to kill everybody. If you're behind, it's hard to make plays on your own. Look to fight with your team and hope you can pick up some kills to start getting you rolling. If you're even, do a good mix of everything I just said. Feel out your limitations and play accordingly. Carrying with Katarina requires a lot of roaming. Any lead you get, you want to spread that pressure into other lanes, benefiting not only you, but your teammates as well. Timing your engage in team fights is very important to winning them. You generally want to end fights, so patience is key in order for you to do that. Play around getting a reset so you can maximize your damage output. Play lots of Katarina. Experience is valuable when it comes to improving on her mechanics. Because using her kit requires a lot of quick inputs and fast reflexes, you don't have much time to think. You just gotta do it. Throw yourself in a bunch of scenarios and try to play them better every time. Build your muscle memory and intuition, and you'll gradually improve. Improving on Katarina requires patience. Thanks for watching. If you want me to make a video covering something, let me know in the comments. Also, you know that one person you play with that really sucks at Katarina, but then it makes that person happy, so you kind of have to deal with it, but then every time you get into game, that person starts inting? Send this to that person. It might actually help them, and it will actually make your time better as well.